he can't be a starter. He has to leave the starting lineup. You can't start him and Luca in the backcourt.
Let me tell you something, bro. Respectfully, there is no way in hell, as an unrestricted free agent, I'm giving Austin Reeves 40 to 43 million dollars a year. Due to the collective bargaining agreement, reports are that the Lakers can only offer Austin Reeves a 4 year, $89.2 million extension after next season. If he bypasses and becomes a free agent, unrestricted, after next season, he could actually land a deal worth double, 42 and a half, $43 million a year. Should the Lakers pay Austin Reeves the the $40 million if he does opt out, or should they consider trading him this summer, literally this summer, because they're going to lose him regardless?
I think he has another year. I don't think they have to trade him this summer.
No, he has another year, but if they don't trade him this summer or throughout the season, they're going to lose him for nothing. So if you're going to put deals on the table, you better start now. You better start this summer, because if you know that you're not going to ultimately give him, that extension, is he worth the money? First of all, let's go there. Is Austin Reeves worth the money
90 million for 4 years.
in LA, undrafted?
That's 22 million a year. It still might be a friendly. It still might be a friendly. It still might be a team friendly deal, because the cap is going up. Um, so you could offer him that, but I'm not sure I would want to. I mean, or I don't think he's. I don't. I mean, I could offer him 22 million a year and have him as a six man still. I think that might not be too bad, but he can't be a starter. He has to leave the starting lineup. You can't start him and Luca in the backcourt.
Let me tell you something, bro. Respectfully, there is no way in hell, as an unrestricted free agent, I'm giving Austin Reeves 40 to 43 million dollars a year. A
No, no,
year.
I said 90 million. The 90 million 4 year
No, I
extension,
know, that's what
42.
I'm saying. I know what you're saying as
Oh,
far as the
oh,
extension goes. But what I'm saying, if he was to opt out, don't take that extension if it was offered, and go into being a free agent, his yearly salary doubles as an
yeah.
unrestricted.
Hell no. You're right. I agree
There's
with you.
no way I'm
No
paying
way.
40 million for Austin Reeves, respectfully, bro. I just
No
it
way.
it can't happen, bro. Austin Reeves regular season, to me, Brian, I mean, he did his thing. He recorded career highs across the board. He averaged what, 25 and 6. He
Yeah.
averaged over steal per game. He shot about 46% from the field. He shot 38% from the 3-point line. But the playoffs, bro, was a whole different story, and his numbers dropped tremendously. He averaged what, 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, just under 4 assists. He shot 41% from the field, bro. He just
Yeah.
came
You
up
don't.
short when the Lakers needed him the most, bro. And that has been the story with someone, whether it's Rui, D'Lo, or Austin Reeves. Someone always comes up short when the Lakers need him the most.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the playoffs is a different animal. Number one, you're playing the same team 7 times, and they're a higher quality team. You don't get you don't get the scrubs. You don't get Indiana after that game where he played scored 45 points against Indiana.
Mhm.
Indiana had like an overtime win against the Clippers the night before.
Right before it was the second of a back to back. Yep.
Yeah. So, like they're not gonna have that type of, you know, Indiana just saying, screw it tonight, or whatever, just having an off night. You can't afford that in the playoffs. So teams are are geared. And when it comes to AR, you can stop him. Most defenders are more athletic than he is. They're taller than he is. They're longer usually. Um, so he's gonna struggle.
And he's
I
not
mean,
going to
I think
stop
he only had
anybody on
one
the
good
defensive
play.
end. When you flip the
Huh?
script, when you flip the script, he's not going to stop anybody on the defensive end.
Right, and he's not gonna stop anybody on the defensive end. So for me, the 22 million. I mean, I think you could give him that because he'd still be a tradable asset.
Hmm.
As long as, but he kind of got exposed again. You know, he's a regular season, like he's good for teams that want to tank. Um, he's, but yeah, he's not and he's redundant. We had him and D'Lo in the backcourt before, and they
Yep,
got rid of D'Lo, and now we got him and Luca in the backcourt. So now we got to get rid of him. It's same thing. Make you laugh, make you cry. You
that's
know,
true.
so he's the odd man out because, and I don't know why Rob Pelinka. I mean, I don't know why Rob Pelinka had to specifically like put him out there like that, like the third guy. I think he upset a lot of fans when he did that.
Put a lot of pressure on him.
Well, no, I think he just upset a lot of fans because he's we all see how Reaves is as a player, and for him to be so you know blind as to his deficiencies and talk to him like he's a superstar or talk about him like he's a star on the same level as LeBron and Luca is just insulting to the fans.
When you look at the overall body of work of the playoffs for Austin Reaves, should we be identifying him as a playoff choke artist? Like I feel like he's had good playoff moments, not great moments, but I don't feel like he's stunk it up every playoffs that he's been in. And it's just like I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I don't also want to vilify him like he's only about the regular season because I feel like we've seen him execute in the playoffs before.
Well, I wouldn't call him a choke artist. I would just say the level of competition is increased and he gets exposed as far as his true level of talent against a quality team and quality defenders. I mean, he like the first. I mean, this was his third year, and he had the "I'm him" game. That was against Memphis.
Yep.
And then throughout that playoffs, he pretty much averaged 20 points. But in the fourth quarter against Denver, the whole team, including the whole team against Denver, is like they. I said they all are D'Lo.
Right.
Like the whole team is
They
D'Lo
came up
against
short. They
Denver.
all came up short. And that's why
Everybody.
and I'm thinking about that year when they went to the Western Conference Finals. That's the flashback moments I'm having of Austin Reaves being pretty decent in the postseason. Um, so I just really don't know how to, gauge it. But I don't know if I'm willing to give him another chance. Like I really want LeBron to have an opportunity to win, and I don't know if I got enough time to give Austin Reaves to see if he's ready to grow or not. I think that's unfair, but that's just how the cards are being dealt with me.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I would give him the $90 million extension because it's still a team friendly deal. If he's
Right.
willing to accept that, I would sign him to that. But I would probably look to sign him. I would look to trade him by next February, the trade deadline. See if I can get more value out of him. See if we can make a push at the trade deadline and make a move to improve the roster. Um, but yeah, he's expendable now that we have Luca.
Last
He's
question.
expendable just like D'Lo was. So we could get rid of him for a defensive player like a Gafford or something like that.
Last question before we get up out of here. When we talking about this, is there any scenario that you can see him, opting out, not taking that extension, becoming an unrestricted free agent? Is there any way you can see the Lakers giving him the 40 million per year?
No,
even with LeBron maybe going. So you got that
No,
money off the books.
no.
Just
If
nothing.
they
There's
pay
no
him
way.
$40 million a year, that's going to be one of the worst mistakes of their. That's going to be worse than having. That's going to be worse than having LeBron play until he's 45 at 50 something million.
What's up, guys, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button for us so we can get this content in the algorithm. And also, please be sure to subscribe to the Lakers Land YouTube channel if you're new. And you can also purchase a channel membership for exclusive Lakers Land content. Also, join our Lakers Land watch party room on Playback TV for free VIP access to all of our Laker games and our live weekly podcast. That's playback.tv/LakersLand show. We also have merchandise available in our YouTube channel store, so grab some Lakers Likes merch today. Peace.